As soon as we got out, we learned that someone had taken the prince and helped the fakir escape. There was no time to despair. We needed the fastest car to chase down the villains. I got behind the wheel and stepped on the accelerator, determined to stop the Brotherhood once and for all. A few miles further, in the middle of the jungle, I spotted their car. It took me a few more miles to realize that Thompson and Thompson were gone. Who's the driver? Thompson, what do you think? You don't know what to say, huh? Perhaps Thompson has an idea. Friends? Are you here? Friends? They're gone. Surely they got scared. This is not for everyone, even for grown men like them. What a leak! I hope the car holds on. Well, Snowy, Thompson and Thompson left us. We'll have to save the prince on our own. I hope the roads join back together. If not, we're done. We can't lose them. I'd never forgive myself if something happened to the prince. Let's see how fast this thing can go. Don't worry, the road looks pretty straight. Or maybe I'm speaking too soon. Whatever. I got some good practice driving to the asylum with Zloty and the professor. But how dare they risk a child's life driving on a road like this? Not easy to catch up to them. How hard it is to catch up with such a driver. Tighten your grip. I have to hit the brakes. That driver doesn't seem too worried about dying. Fear not, Snowy. We'll save him, I promise. You know I always keep my word. Let's see how fast this thing can go. I bet the old maharaja would have burned rubber in this thing, which is exactly what we're gonna do. If we keep up this pace, we'll definitely catch up to them. This road has to end somewhere.
Let's see how good a driver you are.
Where? Oh no! The prince! Poor devils. Poor prince. He didn't deserve such a terrible death. There's nothing we can do.
Agree.
How? Don't come any closer!
Oh, what?
Oh no, not again! I must resist. The eyes. The eyes.
Bring him and leave him next to the prince. Yes, Grandmaster. We can finally finish this little vermin. poison him. I want him to go crazy.
As you wish, Grandmaster.
First, though, I want to ask him a few questions. All right, Tintin, who sent you?
I was sent on a mission as a reporter to Shanghai.
I see. So you ran into us by chance, did you? Let me think about my next question.
What the devil? Could it be that dog again?
Did you think about what you're going to say?
Yes.
Well then, speak.
I built a dummy that looked just like him. I put it in the bed knowing that the fakir would try to poison him with his darts.
That's how he saved him. He's cunning as a serpent.
Well then, one last question before I put an end to your sanity.
Grandmaster, if it's not the dog, maybe there's a spirit trying to kill us.
I am not afraid of the living, and even less of the dead. How do you escape death over and over?
Good people are lucky.
Oh, I cannot take this guy anymore. I'm out of here. Fakir, finish him.
Huh? What happened? Snowy, did you do that? Well done. You're the best coconut and stone thrower I've ever met. But what about the prince? All is not lost yet. Snowy, you keep an eye on the fakir. I'll rescue the prince. Hey, stop! Leave the prince alone! He's just a boy!
But someday, he will be a snake. I was just a boy too, when I made my whole family go bankrupt.
Maybe you didn't have a choice, but there's always time to change.
But I did have a choice. I could have been a sponge fisherman like my father, that pathetic loser. But I would never have left Greece. I would have been a nobody my whole life, trapped on Leros, that hellhole of an island.
Nothing seems to matter to him. I couldn't forgive myself if something happened to the prince. Be careful! If you go that fast, you could fall!
Men like me don't trip over pebbles. But what would you know? You're a spoiled little brat who always had everything. Just like the prince and that whole family of worthless bums.
Someday he will be the maharaja of Guy Pajama and look after all of this territory.
Ha! Only if he makes it out alive.
Don't do anything to him, please! You will gain nothing from hurting the prince.
Don't you dare ask me for mercy. Because of you, my organization is a mess. My drugs confiscated, my people... But I won't go down alone. Remember that.
There they are! Ah! By thunder! That was close. But I can't give up. I didn't come this far for nothing. I can't let him get away. It's me you want. Let the prince go and face me.
There are many ways to face your enemies. The one I like most is harming their loved ones. Guy Pajama is going to hate you when you show up at the palace empty-handed.
Whatever you do, I won't let you escape.
Shoo, you fly!
This place is too dangerous. I can't lose focus, even for a second. One misstep and it's curtains for me.
Let's see if you can get around this!
I have to catch up with them before tragedy strikes.
Don't you ever get tired?
I should ask him the same thing. Why do I always get the most dangerous paths? Hey! I promise to help you if you turn yourself in! If nothing happens to the prince, they will surely take it into consideration.
Ha! I've taken too many lives for them to take anything into consideration.
You coward!
This land was already in shambles when I arrived. There is nothing left to save here. You'd better leave before you get wiped out too.
I didn't come this far for nothing. If you let go of the prince, I promise not to come after you.
You don't get it, do you?
What?
There's no turning back now. I've come too far to disappear.
What do you mean?
There's no middle ground. Either you win or I win.
I will never accept something like that.
All I hear are empty words. Save your breath.
You coward!
No, on the contrary, I'm all in.
Don't you realize that this is dangerous for you too?
Ha! This dangerous? It shows that you're just a spoiled brat.
I have to get him. The Maharaja trusts me. I promise I'll save you.
There is nothing left to save here.
By thunder!
Die! Once and for all! Ow!
Never! This isn't over! It's over! You've nowhere to run!
Last.
Leave the prince on the ground.
All right. All right.
Slowly. Now, turn.
Sure.
No! Hold on! Your Highness! Are you all right? Huh?
Nation missed.
Poor wretch. Who was he? Will we ever know? Or has he taken his secret with him forever? Once we got back to the palace, I witnessed one of the most moving scenes of my life.
Oh, my son. I was so scared.
After that, the rest was celebration. The Maharaja even invited me to be a part of the parade on his elephant.
Tintin, when you arrived in Gaipujama, unrest and fear reigned. But now, thanks to you, opium has disappeared from our fields. We are back to growing rice. And we can now feed our people again. I'll never thank you enough.
The prince's safety is payment enough for...
Subject!
Huh?
Prostrate yourselves before Ramses II.
Don't be silly! They are here for me, Napoleon the First!
Maybe there's something you can do for me, Your Highness.
Just this once I go by car, but for the next time, have my noble host Marengo ready?
If it's true that you're taking me back to Egypt, take me however you wish. I don't care.
Thanks to the Maharaja, we were able to send Professor and Zloty to the mental hospital while we searched for a cure for them. With all the loose ends tied, I thought it would be time to leave, but it wasn't. The Maharaja invited me to stay in the palace as his guest for as long as I wished. Thanks to this, the prince found a good friend to play with. I have had a wonderful stay at the Guy Pajama Palace, but now it is time to leave. I must go to Shanghai and finish the mission that was entrusted to me. Once I'm there, I'll write to you again. Yours sincerely, Tintin, reporter. Let's go, Snowy.